As a kid, it never crossed my mind to be a spy. I remember saying to my mother, "Mom, when I grow up, I think I'd like to be a magician." And she said, "Son, you can't do both." My first serious job was working in a steel mill in Pittsburgh, where I grew up. I remember walking into the steel mill, because I worked the night shift, and looking through a hazy, smoky night, and off in the distance I saw a shimmering, glowing environment, this coke oven. This was 19th century technology. And I saw inside of it, in silhouette, people with little hammers chiseling away at the old brick. And I remember thinking to myself, geez, I'm glad I'm not doing that. Well, guess what my first job was? Getting the coke oven. Metaphorically, this was very good preparation for what I had to do later, which was often remain calm in 120-degree heat, metaphorically. Whether that was a tough decision about an operation or walking into the Oval Office with a difficult message. Yeah, that was, I often think back on that and thankful I had the opportunity.
I, John Fitzgerald Kennedy.
And then John Kennedy came and spoke at my college. During his campaign in 1960, I was a freshman. We all turned out for the talk.
Let the word go forth that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans.
And when he said in his inaugural that the torch has been passed to a new generation, a lot of us felt like we were the ones picking up the torch. On the day I finished graduate school, there was a telegram waiting for me from my mother that said, "Son, guess what? You've gotten your draft notice." So I ended up volunteering to go into the Army, getting a commission as a second lieutenant, studying Vietnamese, then deployed to Vietnam. On one occasion, the commanding general had sent me up to a special forces camp near the Cambodian border. When you flew into it, you had to be aware that North Vietnamese or Viet Cong were on a mountain nearby and they would be mortaring the landing zone.
Go! Go!
The practice was to drop the helicopter in quickly, run for the bunker, and dive into it before any of that started. So as we're running for the bunker, this old sergeant said to me, as a joke, I guess, "Kid, if you like this sort of thing, they have jobs like this at CIA." I got back, went to graduate school, I got kind of bored with civilian life. So I walked down the street in Philadelphia to the Federal Building, and it was apparent from the sign in the lobby that if I went up to the 4th floor, I could see someone and talk to him about how to apply to the CIA. And I did. And people often ask, how does someone get to the CIA? It's not much more complicated than that.